I'm not super stoked about this game, but it could be one of the most interesting games of the day. We got the Big 12 championship. We got Iowa State, Oklahoma in a rematch of an early season game that Iowa State won at Iowa State 37-30.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on this one?
Oh boy, well, I mean, obviously Oklahoma's going to be looking for revenge. I mean, I think Oklahoma's a different team now than they were week
Yeah.
one. I think they're a much more improved team. So, yeah, overall, I mean, I think this is Oklahoma's game to win.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think Iowa State's going to win this one. What do you think?
Well, it's Iowa State's biggest game in like program history. I heard a stat on a different video that was like they haven't won a conference championship since 1912. So and they got this dude Matt Campbell. He's his coach. I want you to look out for him. I don't think he's going to be a Bears candidate, but he sounds like he's going to be the next Matt Rule from
Okay.
Carolina who jumped from Baylor. So they
Mm-hmm.
got a really solid coach, and Lincoln Riley's a solid coach on the Oklahoma sideline. Those are pretty
Sure.
much two possible future NFL coaches. So that's going to be a war. So that's awesome. Man, this is like so much pressure on Iowa State versus
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma, the team who has been there,
Yes.
right? Iowa
Yes.
State, this is the biggest game in their program's history. And then you got Oklahoma, who's coming in this game playing probably top 5 in the nation football. In my opinion, I wish they only lost one game earlier in the season because they might have had the best shot at playing well in the college football playoff, more so than I think maybe Ohio State. Maybe I'm a little
Mm-hmm.
crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
their defense is only giving up like 88 yards. 88 yards allowed on the ground. 88 yards allowed on the ground a game. They've only allowed 78 points in the last 5 games. Their defense is playing really well, which is weird for the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm. With for the Big
Big 12.
12. Yeah.
Big 12, it's air raid. Nobody plays defense. So we got a defensive team here, which is kind of different. It's kind of cool. And then you
Mm-hmm.
got that dude, Spencer Rattler,
Mm-hmm.
who's their quarterback, who might be a top 5 pick next year's draft. He had a couple mistakes in the game versus Iowa State. He had a bunch of early season interceptions. But since then, he's just been awesome. And he's leading this Oklahoma offense who's winning by more than 25 points per game. So they're pretty dominant right now.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to be um, perhaps another ugly game. I don't know. I just feel like Iowa State's got so much on the line right here. They
Yeah.
want to win a conference championship. I can kind of see them sort of laying an egg here. Oklahoma is used to this. They play in these types of games every year. So
Right?
I just feel like they're going to be far more prepared and ready to handle the situation of this game than Iowa State.
How about Bryce Hall? The Iowa State running back looks pretty legit. I mean, he's like tops in the nation
No,
right now.
no, 100%, 100%. I mean, because yeah, he looks great. That's man, I don't know. It's really tough. It's really tough to say, but I just feel like they've played their best football,
Hmm.
and you know, they're probably a little. Gosh, do I want to say it? They're probably a little bit overrated in my mind.
Number 6 in the nation. Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the big storylines here. Should Iowa State be number 6? They have 2 losses. Their biggest win is against Oklahoma at the beginning of the year before Oklahoma got settled. They
Hmm.
beat Texas at Texas, but they only won by 3 points.
Right.
Um, I mean, Cincinnati was number 7. They're undefeated. Yes, they got penalized because they haven't played the last couple of weeks, but they're
Hmm.
undefeated. And I think they're being punished because they haven't played and because they're not a Power 5 school.
Right.
And in my opinion, yes, Iowa State is steadily climbing, but I think if this team played in Alabama, we would have a 55-20 game. I
Right.
think if Oklahoma played in Alabama, it would be closer. It might be like 38-20.
Much
But I'd be much more entertained to see Oklahoma play in Alabama.
100%. 100%. So then predictions, what do you got in terms of
Uh,
score?
Good. Yeah, I got Oklahoma 38, Iowa State 24. I
Okay. Oh
think
yeah, that's
Oklahoma
close.
pulls it out late. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was pretty close. I've got 41-21.
Oh, geez,
Oklahoma.
that's a
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think they're going to win by 20. I think
It's
it's,
just,
I don't know. Something, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Iowa State's a little bit overrated. And I just feel like I feel like Oklahoma is peaking at the right time. I just think they're playing their best football now.
it feels like this is one of those games where I've been in this position as a fan of this kind of team so many times where they're in the best game in a long time. They look really good. They got a couple awesome players, and there's so much fan expectation, and they just lay this egg.
Hmm.
And they do have that coach, so maybe the coach helps them a lot in this game. But I just feel like they're gonna lay an egg.
Yeah, same, same.